Okay, so what I did here was I sectioned my hair from ear to ear and then down the middle. I took a warm hot comb through it because my hair is natural. I only relax my edges and my middle for my middle part quick weaves. After I did that, I went ahead and I start from the middle and I work my way down to the ears. So I have 5 even sections. Then I go back on the left side and I start from the middle again and section off and go from the middle to the ear. That way, again, so I have 5 even sections. Then after that, I go through and I connect the cornrows in the back, and I did straight cornrows in the back. And then I use a crochet needle to pull the tail through at the back end. Now for this part, when I crochet, I always go downward and pull the crochet up through, and I go directly underneath the rubber band. When I go directly underneath the rubber band and then I pull down, that helps to hide the rubber bands to give it more of an individual effect. Also, what I do is I make sure my sections kind of fit the size of the crochet braid. So like if I had smaller twists, I would have did smaller boxes, just so again it'll give more of an individual effect on the hair. Now with these, y'all have to be really careful. Look at me. Don't do what I did. When you pull through, you have to pull through really slow or that curl hair will tangle up. I had to cut it off. I had to cut the recording and actually cut that curl off. I didn't want to do it, but I had to cut that curl off. But like I said, be very careful, pull them through slow because the curls will get stuck and tangle. So just take your time when you're doing the front and pull them through really slow. Now also, this pack comes with some without curls and some with curls. So what I did was I mainly used the ones without curls in the back, more towards the back, because I want a lot of curl effect up front so they can see. I want y'all to see my boho. I want y'all to see it. Like I said, I want y'all to see my boho, goddess, whatever you call it. I like a lot of curl. I wanted the curl to show in the front. So what I did was, like I said, I used the plain ones more so to the back end. Now for this middle part, y'all, I used to couldn't stand crochet, but now that we have techniques to make it look more like individuals, I try to use those as best as possible. Now, I knew I always do a deep side part. So as you see how I crochet and I pulled it downward and pulled up, I knew I was going to do like I said, a deep side part. So when I did that, it did not affect the middle part. But if I knew I was going to wear a middle part, I would have pulled down on the center on the left side and then did it downward on the right side. So then that way it would have covered the rubber bands a little bit more. But I hope y'all understand what I meant by when I pull downward. Depending on which way I'm going to swing my braids. Like I said, I always do like a deep side part. And so I went downward on those ones too. And then I will put the crochet in downward and then pull the crochet up through and then flip it down. It gives it like a latch hook kind of effect or a slip knot effect, if you understand what I'm saying. But yeah, with just a little tweaking and moving, you can still cover the rubber bands and it's still flawless. And one last thing for the back, what I do is, since they are straight down, what I do is I like to place my crochets. So on the bottom row, say I got one row of crochets, I like to swing left to right, and place the bottom braid, I'll swing that to the left. And then the braid above it, I'll swing it to the right. And I use those to kind of like a bricklay effect and cover my part in. By doing that, I feel like that bricklay effect covers the scalp a little bit. So you still get peaks of scalp, but not that straight up crochet look. So it still gives it an individual effect.